It's that time of the year again. There are lots of really great discounts to be had for yourself or for that someone special that is on your gift list. If you're new here, I'm Jess and my channel is all about well-designed gear that makes everyday life a little bit smoother and better. I'm very excited for this video because it's gonna be some of my favorites and I'm excited to share that with you and get you some great gift ideas. All of the prices that I will be listing on this video will be at the time of the review at their regular prices, but do check the link in the description and click on those. You'll get the best deals that are available right now. Sometimes my discount codes can stack on top of existing deals. So make sure to check the links in the description, and clicking through those links and purchasing through those links will give me a little bit of a kickback to help support the channel at no extra cost to you so I can continue making great free content like this. Most of these items I'm featuring have full-length reviews and some of the items have been sent in the past for testing and for review. This video is not sponsored in any way. It's just items that I genuinely enjoy using and continue using. And a lot of the times these are things that I have reached out to the company myself after buying their product. So grab a drink, grab a seat, and let's go. Let's start with some EDC lights. I have 4 right here, all from Ravemen. These make great primary gifts or stocking stuffers. Start with the X4, which is part of their X series, flagship series. You can think of X as in X marks the spot. This is a multifunctional flashlight. So if you were to get one flashlight, this would be it. 4 LEDs, it's super bright, up to 1500 lumens. You have an easy to use slider switch on the side. You can also lock it so it doesn't accidentally turn on. Very nice to hold. There's a clip on the side. There's a magnetic base so you can go hands-free. Side light RGB. You can also turn this into SOS mode. Has a beacon, so if you're stuck on the side of the road, everything is adjustable with this dial. So it's very intuitive and stepless. It has a very long run time. It's very tactical looking and feeling. There's actually a light right back here so you can do one of these, and it's flat so you can lay it down when you're working, which is very useful. There's also a rechargeable battery, recharges with USB-C. It comes with the cable and everything, but you can buy replacements from Ravemen, which is such a rarity. In fact, all of the lights that I'm featuring here, except for the very portable one, has replaceable batteries. If you really like the features on this light, but you want something a little bit smaller, we have the G5. In fact, it is so small compared to a Zippo. It's very easy to just slip in your pocket. It also has a swivel clip. You have different RGB light modes and strobes. For anybody that needs hands-free and a headlamp, I have 2 different options. The H4 headlamp, great for campers, runners, people that work in warehouses, car mechanic. Buttons are tactile, so you can easily adjust and touch on the top the brightness or the different light settings that you need without having to remove the headlamp. So it's super intuitive to use. There's 2 different LED lights, one for a floodlight, warm light, and then one for spotlight with more narrow beam, different brightnesses. Each of these lights are 300 lumens, but if you double press, you get 800 lumens of turbo blast, both of them to still be able to be visible or to see. It's good to have the red light for trails. You can also SOS it. So many angles to choose from. It has reflectors even on the headlamp. It comes with a rechargeable battery, but you can actually insert 3 AAA waterproof IP68, really dark and you need more lighting. We have the E7. You can think of E for extended use. They have attachments here where you can extend the battery life. They sell the headband separately. This one's a little bit different from this. It has a magnetic base, up to 1800 lumens on this. Battery is removable and you can buy replacements. The multi-use X4 is like the go-to for everything. I would pair that with the H4 headlamp for camping and hiking, but of course, that depends on your use cases. The other EDC that we're gonna talk about is on my key rings. It is a keyring multi-tool, a protractor angle, which I don't personally use, Phillips screwdriver, a bottle opener, sawtooth flat blade. I use this to cut a package in. I was able to use this to open up a can. It's so sleek looking and multi-use, and it sits right on my keychain and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Another EDC is not this wallet, but it's actually inside of my wallet. This is a great party trick. It's this. It is the thickness of a couple of credit cards. It's from Gosun. It is flatware. So no matter what, I always have my utensils with me. It's a small step in reducing waste. The other one is a spoon. Now, are you gonna be able to eat soup with this? No, but if I need to eat soup, then I just use the bowl that it comes in. I even use this camping. It's obviously not gonna replace your full set, but I don't have any issues eating with this. I don't feel like I'm compromising much. The fact that you can just throw it into your wallet means that I will never forget these utensils. I change my bags often, but the things that I always have on me when I'm out is my keys, my cell phone, and my wallet. So this guarantees that I always have it on me. The Lark PureVis V1. They have a V2 that is more upgraded. It has a physical filter and it has a USB-C. This is micro USB, but you only have it to charge it once a month. This is a 500 milliliter format. It has a UVC light on the top. Self-cleans every 2 hours for a 10-second cycle, and you can also turn it on manually in normal mode. It will throw in some UVC lights at 2 minutes, but you can adventure mode it so that it throws even more UVC lights if the water is a little bit questionable. It just ensures that your water bottle is always staying clean and fresh, and it doesn't taste icky. You know how water bottles can get pretty gross after a couple days. Thick mouthpiece. It doesn't have any threads on the outside, super comfortable. It's double wall insulated. It keeps your drinks cold for up to 24 hours and hot up to 12. I did a full test of this as well on my channels. Coffee lovers in life, a bag of coffee will run you something like around 20 bucks from a local specialty roaster in your area. If they are a coffee enthusiast and make their own coffee at home and they're a coffee nerd, I have a bunch of different ideas. You can get the third wave water coffee. This reduces the amount of scale that build up in your machines, and it'll give the perfect taste profile. If you don't know what kind of coffee they like, you can ask them if they like dark, medium, or light roast beans, and you can get your answer, and third wave water is one of the more popular ones. The AeroPress is my go-to for when I am traveling and need some good coffee. It's no fuss, it's easy. I use this camping. I pair this with the Easy Presso Q grinder that fits inside the plunger, which is so key for transport. Everything is super compact, and I just have this to pack. And it makes really great tasting coffee, pretty mess free. I don't even use a coffee scale, I just use the scoop that comes in here. There's also the brew logbook, so you can jot down all of the different variables and parameters for your different beans, so you can dial in and have tasting notes. It's just nice to have something physical. First of all, it's a gift, but also to write stuff down and not having to reach for your phone first thing in the morning when you're making your coffee. For this to be part of your ritual and routine. A coffee essential for anyone is going to be a good coffee scale. This is the Buku Themis scale. They just released another that is bigger. This is very well built, up to 0.1 grams of accuracy. It's small. It's perfect for when you're making espresso, or even pour over might be okay, but you may want a bigger one for pour over. Battery life is really long. I don't have to charge it very often. You can connect it to the app, and you can also connect it to a free app called Bean Conqueror, where you can then get flow graphs in real time and save them. You can pair it with their espresso monitor, so you can get even the real-time pressure on your machines. I've had a couple of coffee scales throughout my coffee journey, and this is maybe my 4th coffee scale at this point, and this is definitely one of my favorites. The most nerdy thing that you can get is get the DiFluid. If you know someone that owns a cafe, this could be really good. It's a TDS reader. TDS is total dissolved solid. From there, along with a couple of other parameters, get your extraction yield, so you can get the strength of your coffee and how well it's been extracted. It gives you more parameters to take note of and adjust, and it can help you even dial in your coffee if you're struggling, because there's an easy to read graph. For the foodie in your life, definitely a good pepper grinder is essential. This is the Man Kitchen. I have reviewed this a few times just because I really love it, and I use it almost every single day when I'm cooking, even if it's something as simple as eggs. It grinds a crap ton of pepper and it makes life a lot easier. There's also the salt mill. I'm going to link also a couple of alternatives in the description that I've seen some of my viewers buy and have gotten good ratings. This has so many different grind settings. It's super easy to grind. I have extensive testing and review on this. If you want something a bit smaller for traveling, there is the Man Kitchen Travel. Look how tiny and cute it is. This I pack in my bag all the time and make sure to have it on me. If it's a restaurant owner, a cook person, then get the Man Kitchen XL. The main one that I would suggest is this one. And if you're traveling a lot, it would be the Travel. For productivity, I don't think you need a big space. In fact, all of my editing happens in this tiny space, but having the right tools makes all of the difference to stay in the workflow and be productive and have less strain on your body. One of these items that really help with that is this mouse. This is the Lift from Logitech. This has become my go-to, and they have a bigger version for bigger hands. I was in between the two sizes. I went with the small. I have been optimizing my workspace to be comfortable and ergonomic to reduce the strain because I was starting to get strain on my right arm. And I have suggested to a few people that have had strain on their arms this mouse, and it has pretty much removed that issue for them. It puts your arm in a more neutral position that is a handshake position instead of straining your arm like this, because this is not natural. This is under $100 and it will change your life. You're using a mouse pretty much all the time. The other item that you're using all the time is a keyboard. This is the NuPhy Air 75 version 3. It is a mechanical keyboard and it has really great sound. It's got a little scroll dial, good polling rate. For the price and for what you get and from a reputable company, it is an excellent buy. I've been enjoying this tremendously. You have different angles to find your right comfort level. It's got an aluminum case. It's very premium, but the pricing is still very reasonable, especially if you have somebody in your life that is a MacBook user. You can throw this on top of your MacBook because the feet sit in between the rows of keys. So when I am traveling and I am working somewhere for a little while, I throw this on top of my keyboard. If you want something that's cheaper, NuPhy also has this Node 75, and they have larger versions of this as well. This has got all of the RGB lighting in the back. It has a bit more plastic. It still sounds really great, and this is under $100. You can't go wrong with this. It has nice LED indicators as you're typing. You can see the speed increasing. There's a little touch bar here that you can adjust the brightness or the volume. Just a game changer in terms of how it feels and how it sounds. If you're working on a computer, you are always on your keyboard and your mouse. So changing and upgrading those two tools makes a huge difference in just honestly enjoyment too, because when I'm editing late at night, the RGB lighting is just a little fun touch for me to keep going. They have other versions on their website. You can program a bunch of macros, and I show all of that in my video for this one. You don't even need to install software. It is a web-based app, no signing in, no account creation. You can reprogram keys, you can customize keys. Like, this allows you to do everything that a keyboard would do and then more. There are tons of RGB patterns, colors, and speed that you can customize and choose, and you can do all of that with the shortcuts on your keyboard. For any creative in your life, if they're an illustrator, a photographer, a video editor, or even in like office work, this is the Toolbox Elite. I bought this a while back and it was a huge game changer in my editing workflow. Allowed me to stay in flow state and work. You can program all of these to do macro functions. So instead of pressing multiple keys on your keyboard for shortcuts, you can program one button to do all of it. And it has scroll wheel, it has dials, it has tactile feedback on the Elite and the One Step Up. When I'm editing, I can work without having to look at this device with the mouse. These two things in each hand, I am set to do everything I need to do for editing. For backpacks, I'm just gonna keep it real simple and go for one that I really love, which is the Alpaca Metro backpack, because it's a 12-liter backpack. It fits like a 14-inch laptop. It fits just your essentials for work, for play. I even grab this when I have a couple of things that I need to get from the corner store. And if you are a small person or you want something lightweight and small, this is perfect for that because it doesn't make you look and feel like a turtle. Very well built, great company. You can pair it with their hub clip that you could stick on their bag. Let's say you're taking the subway, you can easily grab this, beep, or if you have a fob or some ID card, that's perfect for that. They have a whole different range of accessories that work on the hub clip. You could always use the hub clip on other bags, so you're not tied to the Alpaca bags if you get the hub clip. But a lot of their bags have integration with the hub system. For any cyclists in your life, or if you're a cyclist, I have a couple of my favorites. I have a road vintage bicycle. I love it, my Bianchi. I actually have a whole video if you want to see like the history of how I came to acquire it. The 1000 Heritage bike helmet. Very equestrian, very retro looking with pleather strap. It's also magnetic buckle, which makes it very easy to remove. There is a really cool feature that I absolutely love on this one, which is the pop lock. Boop. and I can stick my U-lock in there. So I attach my bike helmet with my bike and I don't have to drag it with me everywhere. It is such an underrated but such a useful feature. It comes in a lot of different colors. The first 1000 helmet I bought was the original Heritage helmet. I did not see a lot of people wearing this helmet, but now when I go out, I definitely see at least one person wearing a 1000 helmet every time I go biking. It has become very popular and with good reason. It looks great. If you do get a crash, they actually have a replacement warranty with this. So they will give you a new helmet if you crash. But they had a friend that died because they weren't wearing a helmet. And with my road bike, I used the 1000 gloves, very vintage looking, pretty hard to come by and get these types of biking gloves nowadays. Like they're all very nylon, modern looking. They're offering extra padding, so it makes it more comfortable when you're holding your handlebars. Fell off my bike a few times, unfortunately. This has protected my hands from getting all scraped. On my e-bike, I use this helmet. This is from Unit 1 Aura helmet, my favorite magnetic visor. It has an add-on that you can get, which is this magnetic, so that you can shield yourself from bugs. Happens a lot when I'm biking by the water. There's tons of little bugs and they will get in my eyes, but when it's not in use, I can throw it up on here magnetically as well. So it's always on my helmet. They have various versions. This is the transition lenses. Definitely a pricey add-on. Could get the cheaper one that is just see-through, and then during the day, just wear your regular sunglasses. So that'll save you a lot of money, but you still get that functionality. The magnetic buckle, which is super handy dandy. It has good safety, security, has MIPS on it. This little icon, interior lining that some rotational force, it gets transferred through this little piece to reduce concussions and reduce any type of brain damage. There's tons of good vents on it. There's also crash alert on this. So if you connect it with the app, you put it in your emergency contact, it can send a text in case it detects a crash. I never had a crash on this, but once it did falsely detect, I think because I had it reversed and I put it down, I believe that triggered it. I did speak to Unit 1 about it and I think it was a one-off. It did prove to me that it can work, because then my sister called me after and was like, "Are you okay? I got an alert. Are you alive?" I'm like, "What's happening? I'm alive." That's a strange way to start the phone call. It has lights on it, which you can program. Every time you turn it on, it tells you the battery life. You can program all of these different strobes, get an add-on with the remote, so you have turn signals. There's also auto braking lights. I don't find the auto braking lights that reliable to use, like the turn signals, because at night, no one's gonna see your arm signals. Sharing the road with vehicles, I find it's mainly for them. I pair this on my e-bike with 1000 biking gloves as well, but the black versions. There are 3 colors, all really cute. I love them so much. I get complimented on my biking gloves quite a bit. For other biking gear, of course, a very important thing at night is lights. So I have these 2 from Ravemen, but they have a whole collection of lights. These are one of their more higher end lights. Their cheaper lights on their website does not skimp out on features. Pretty much almost all of their tail lights had the auto braking lights, and the one that I have on this one, the NT101, it actually works better than this one. It has turn signals as well. This light, which is very bright, it's up to 1800 lumens, which is overkill in the city. You can get one that goes up to 500 lumens and you would be set for the city and for not blinding people around you. It can be used as a power bank to charge your cell phone. Extra feature to have. They only do biking lights. They specialize in that. The rock straps. Those would be perfect stocking stuffers. Not that expensive and they're so versatile. You stick them on a rear rack. You can also get for motorcycles. I've used them to strap down even a laptop that I had to return, take out. I've used it to strap down extra groceries, so I was able to lug around way more than I was planning to buy. The rock straps are so simple in function and design, but they just work. Well built makes a huge difference, because I bought another cheapy one for my e-bike. The elastics are just weak. They're non-adjustable. I can't customize the elastics to fit what I need, whereas the rock straps are 2 individual straps, so I can crisscross them, I can have them parallel, and I can tie down anything really tight because of just how it's made. If you want a sleek phone mount, I have 2 different suggestions, both from Loop. We have the Loop Mount Twist, so you can have the phone in landscape or in portrait mode. Sleek, it's there when you need it, and it kind of just blends into your handlebar when you don't need it. The micro mount, that's even sleeker and smaller and even less obvious on your bike. I know that there are other bike mounts that are cheaper or better, stronger, but usually they'll require a separate case that you need to buy, whereas the loop mount twist, I can just use my existing case. I haven't had my phone pop out at all. Don't use my phone holder that much. It's just for occasional use, so it's perfect for my need and a more minimalist look. This segment is for the fitness and active people in your life. I've reviewed a couple of different fitness gears. Sometimes these fitness tech gears are gimmicky, but sometimes they are really great. And at the end of the day, even if they are gimmicky, if they are the ones that you enjoy and that you use, that's gonna be the best tool for you. Ekrem Bantam, it is a massage gun. This one is very affordable. Last I checked, it was like $180 USD without the discounts. Couple of different head attachments. The travel distance, the amplitude is not that high compared to a Theragun, for example, but it is plenty enough to really get into the muscle groups and release it and massage the fascia and all of that. And I like this smaller form factor. I find it much easier to hold and to handle and to use. I've used the Theragun and they're really powerful, but sometimes it was actually a bit too strong for me. And it made it so much harder to be able to hold and for me to reach my back or be able to use. They also have bigger versions and stronger versions if you like. Ached Away. It is a cupper with red light therapy. I had a plastic suction cup set that you would suck out, and that's much cheaper, but it required somebody to actually help you get all those hard to reach spots. Whereas this one, various head attachments, so some that are curved, some that are smaller and bigger. This allows me to be able to suction cup my back hands-free, lie down, and let it do its thing. There's a lot of different theories on it, scientific reasoning of like fascia and blood circulation and getting nutrients there. But then there's the Chinese medicine where it's about you're moving the chi and the energy in your body. You have definitely seen athletes like Michael Phelps, if you've ever noticed, and he looked like he got into a fight with an octopus. So if they're good enough for athletes, they're good enough for you. And there you have it, some of my favorite items. And if you want to learn more, do check the description because I do have full-length reviews on a lot of these items. I'd love to know which ones piqued your curiosity, and check out this video to learn more about that topic that you've been probably looking at according to the algorithm gods of YouTube. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.